That's mental. 14 million?
The adventurous simulation Nixie Tube RGB clock. Oh yes, this is a thing of modern analog beauty. You made me show my notes then.
Can I press the buttons?
You can press all the buttons.
Right, here I go.
Just press them all apart from all the ones that don't say mode. That's the mode button. Look at that changing. Ooh. Okay, this is a Nixie Tube styled RGB clock for your desk, and it also has a charging point on the back as well. Double value. This really is one of my favorite desk gadgets we've found so far. Available in 3 styles. You've got black, white and wood. Stands 3 inches high and 10 inches long with a depth just shy of 3 inches. The Nixie Tube comes with a USB cable and a manual. On the back of it, you'll find a USB power output for powering other devices up to 5 volts. You have 12 and 24-hour mode. It is really easy to set with just the buttons on the front. No other devices need it. You can manually adjust the colors. And more importantly, as Pete is showing with his beautiful finger action, the 9 display modes like lightning, rainbow, gradient, breath, flow and timer. Basically, just different ways of showing the time depending on what you like. Maybe you're one of those psychopaths and like the lightning mode where it clicks every time, it changes every second. Or maybe you just want just blue, which I think is particularly nice. Or the full RGB breathing. The adventurous simulation Nixie Tube Clock comes with a 1-year warranty and has a recommended retail price of £70. But on the link below, we have found it for just £55, meaning I've spent more of Pete's money than I needed to.
No surprises there. Do you know what I really liked about that is as I scrolled through those programmed modes, I found quite a noisy one.
Oh, please. Is it mode 1? Lightning?
You're going to have to, tap through, and it'll just show itself to you with. Now,
firstly, that's psychopathic. Who would have the time doing that?
That is crazy.
Every second.
So you get a glance and it does it again. You get a glance. Oh, now I've got to wait.
Every second.
And each time, it's chaotic, isn't it? But it's great fun. There you go. Look at that.
And that changes every second as well. That's remarkable.
Let me bring it up to the main camera because I think everyone needs to hear this.
That would drive you nuts. I'm going to be honest. That would drive you insane.
I just want you to imagine now, this is your bedside clock.
You would never get to sleep. Or maybe you're one of those people that like that kind of ASMR white noise thing. Maybe you could sleep with that.
But when you wake, all you want to do is break things.
I personally am a fan of this just straight up like light blue mode. I know that's kind of dull for an RGB clock.
It's very tame.
But I just think I love how bright it is and just kind of like it looks like a Nixie tube. Like the original Nixie tubes do. It's just straight up one colour light going through bulbs.
I hear you. Look, for a desk tidy, as you were saying, you've got that charge port on the back.
It's pretty cool.
That means less cables out on show.
Yeah.
If you've got like a proper man cave desk setup, hide your wire from this. Now, just kind of reveal behind the scenes, we're actually running a battery bank to operate it here. Could have plugged it in, but we're not. And off a battery bank, it's running great. It's got its own internal battery, you were saying, so it stores the time should you disconnect it. Or a power outage.
Yes, maybe a power outage.
And then you've got that charge port. So maybe you want to plug your phone in on the desk and charge it.
It'll be fine. It'll be a slow charge. It's only a 5 volt because it's USB. But that means you can power off a battery bank if you want as well because it's such a low output. You could actually, because it's 5 volts, you could power it off the USB from your computer as well.
Oh, wow.
So it could be actually
proper
quite cool.
Minimal cables.
Yeah, it could, yeah. It's a very low voltage like little device. It is just powering like a tiny LED for each one of these slides that it goes through. And one thing that doesn't convey particularly well on camera is that it's 3-dimensional. So each number that it shows is a different depth. So as these seconds click through, they're actually moving further and further back in the tube, which is quite cool.
Do you reckon you could pick that up on camera? If I was to show it like this, you can see it kind of, there's the front card and it goes back through the cards.
Yeah.
And right at the back, you've obviously got 9 and then it flips to the front one again.
So it's
kind of like
it's constantly got
scrolling
this this feeling of a kind of breathing, of movement going on. I really love like the original Nixie Tube stuff. I even like the old Edison style bulbs that we've got behind us. I love that old analog electric feel to things.
Well, from a nerdy point of view, just timepieces that do it better.
Yeah.
So you could just have a clock.
Yep.
But when you go to fully automatic, you go, oh, there is some craftsmanship. When you get into this type of thing, you're going, look, there was loads of simple ways that you could have done this. But I appreciate just how nerdy it is.
Yeah.
The fact that it kind of scrolls through the time. And with all those different modes, look, visually, there's something exciting. So if it's a colour LED setup that you've got going on in your man cave, bang, done.
I mean, I'm guessing that's the one you would choose, that mode.
All of the colour.
All the colour, and it's breathing through the colours as well, so it's constantly alive. I do love really geeky stuff for your desk, which has got this real thing for it. And that would be, well, the fact that I've used your money to buy it as well, it's going to be perfect in my office.
I mean, I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah.
And as far as, you know, the video part of this goes,
Yes.
it feels quite minimal.
Right.
For your lifetime of enjoyment.
Oh, you mean
So I get
this is like 5 minutes of talking,
Yeah.
and you get the £80 of pain.
Yeah.
What did I say? I spent £70. £70, sorry.
Right.
We get them the ability to buy it for 55.
Oh.
And
Right.
I get a lifetime of enjoyment from my new RGB Nixie Tube Clock.
Not sure it worked out very well for me.
No. Well, you get the warm feeling knowing that I'm happy.
It's not really balancing out.
Doesn't do it for you?
No.
Oh.
I've enjoyed looking at it.
Oh, okay.
Like I say, you can lose time
Just staring at it.
Yeah, just from that nerdy aspect of watching it go through its motions.
Absolutely true. You definitely can.
Really cool. Look, there's tons of these types of things. I've seen them all over like TikTok. It's a very hip thing to be doing. So I'm glad you brought it
You're
along.
down with the kids. Are you on TikTok? Are you?
I've watched the TikToks.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, the TikTokers, I guess they're called, the people.
Yes. Okay.
What do you do for a living? I'm a TikToker.
TikToker.
I guess, is that the name?
I don't know. What would you be called if you're on there? Because you're a man of an older persuasion. Would you be like a TikToker?
I'd be an OG.
The TikTokers.
OGTT, you could call me. I just don't want to do the whole name.
Follow me. Tech Talkers. Tech
What a profile name.
Talkers.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
Thanks. Yeah, it took a while to sink in.
Yeah. It's probably the high point of the video.
You reckon?
Yeah.
That was the high point.
I'd round it off there.
Okay.
Just before it crashes.
Right, so we've reached the peak.
Yeah.
And now the plateau is, it's really cool. Go and buy it.
If you want to, there's a link below.
So that's been our look at the RGB Nixie Tube Clock from Adventures Simulation.
I've got to be honest, I like it.
It's literally going to live on my desk. I'm totally in love with it. And so thank you for buying it for me, Pete.
You're welcome. But don't worry, I'll be buying one for myself from the link below the video. Make it rain for Pete.
It doesn't really make it rain. Hardly any money comes from it.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
We got any merch yet? Anything we
No
can...
merch. What they can do
to
pay you back is like the video.
Okay, like. I
subscribe
get paid
to the
nothing.
channel.
Make nothing from that.
And leave a comment below saying how much you love Pete's purchases this week.
Or don't.
Or don't.
Because
that's fine
either
too.
way, I'm not getting paid. So apparently this was all pointless.
So until the next time.
Bye, everyone.